everyone! So today we are making an unexpected transformation video. I have been getting a lot of requests from people and questions about if I'm going to be making more of these transformations and makeovers. I know you guys really love them. They're some of you guys' favorite videos on my channel, but unfortunately I don't have control over these videos. I don't go to the flea market and buy things just for videos. If I'm buying dolls that need to be made over, it's dolls that I want, that I can afford, and it happens to make a good video for you guys too. But I don't have control over when we can go to the flea market and what's at the flea market. And the past few weeks have been, so it's been kind of slow. We found we've had good weeks here and there, and then we didn't have a car one weekend, and since it costs a ton of money to fix my Jeep, and we think there's another problem with it that will have to get fixed, we have to be really careful right now with what we buy. So I can't make any promises that you're gonna have any really fun big lots of doll transformation videos anytime soon. If we do find stuff that we can afford that we want to buy, I'll definitely film those videos for you guys. I got some unexpected stuff in the mail. So my friend Dakota sent me a letter and these dolls, and it was really thoughtful, and I really appreciate it. And since they're secondhand, I thought that they'd be great for a video. Princess Party Snow White, who is actually not from Dakota, she is what we found last weekend at the flea market, the only doll. She
calls her a bonus doll for video.
Yeah, I love the Princess Party line, and so I had to get her. She was stuck back in her box for $5, and she was actually less than that because we ended up getting a bunch of DVDs from the seller too. So she's from Brat Sky. She's really cool.
So this is 2008 Beach Party Steven. Shelly wants to name him Owen. I love Steven dolls. More on that later on Flickr. But this line is just really cool, and I have a feeling that my other Steven dolls will be less happy because A, this guy's a gift, and B, I mean, look at that face. Steven has gotten studlier through the years. He's better looking than any of my Steven dolls.
And then I also got this Annalise doll. She's my fourth, and she's really pretty. She looks, she's the same country make as some of my other ones. Clearly love, she's very bald in the back, but she actually has a lot of hair still. But she's really pretty. She kind of looks like Heidi. And
this is kind of what I call a strutted Yasmin scenario, in which we literally have our other three Annalise dolls wearing the right outfits, but I wanted a fourth to wear our Annalise fashion pack.
I have two of these Playmate Strawberry Shortcake dolls. What I love is that this is Angel Cake. She's the Candy Pops line Angel Cake, so she's got these strings in her hair. I don't have a Playmate's Angel Cake. And then this is Berry Sweet Scooter Strawberry Shortcake, who actually kind of smell her strawberry still. I have one of these from a few years ago, but this one has her whole outfit. So these are the accessories. This is a Barbie Mariposa dress, if you're wondering. So there's Annalise. That's her hair. And then Beach Party Steven. This is hardly a transformation.
I was going to say, I feel weird washing him. It's like when you open a man doll from a box.
Party Snow White. She has some messy hair in the back. I think she was just taken out and displayed and stuck back in her box. And then the really scary looking ones who are going to be so much fun to flat iron. We have Strawberry Shortcake and Angel Cake. Woo! So we are going to get the laundry bin, and we're going to wash their clothes. Okay, so we're about to wash the dolls' bodies, and I'll run down what I use really quickly, even though it's always the same, but if you're new to the channel. So I always wash their bodies, and I use dish soap first, and then baking soda. That's what's in this little dish. And I work it in with a soft bristled toothbrush. It looks really gnarly. Then for the hair, I use dish soap twice as shampoo because the smell lasts a long time. It has disinfecting properties, and it just lathers really nicely with a little product. And then I use conditioner, and I detangle them with wide tooth and fine tooth combs, and then they all get boil washed, obviously except Steven. So we're going to start by washing their bodies. Well, I am.
He's not going to get a boil wash? Why not?
I'm sorry.
Annalise. Welcome home, Annalise.
I'm going to wash Snow White's body because she's actually kind of dirty looking, even though she was stuck in her box.
Can I boil wash Steven?
Yeah, sure, you can do Steven. Yeah, when I dressed them, I'm like, oh yeah, they have painted underwear. I forgot about that. They're conservative.
Yeah, I didn't remember they had painted underwear. Because I don't know when the last time I saw one of your other ones naked was. You remember when I broke your singing Tiana doll?
Yeah, because you kept playing with her hand every 5 minutes. It was like the day after we got her, you broke her. Because I remember we watched her and I was like, I don't know if she'll still work because of where her mechanism thing is on her hand. And she did. And then you made her do it like 10 times after. And then she stopped working. You had her going off like every 5 minutes.
I couldn't stop.
That's what killed Tiana.
I apologize, I'm a bad person.
I don't know if like you twisted her wrist too much where it wore it out or...
I have no idea.
I think that's kind of like a bad idea though, because the wrists are so delicate. You know how easy it would be to like rip the hand off?
Oh, no.
Why couldn't they have just had a regular button? So, status update. Colleen is finishing the last, like, detangling on Elise over here. And everyone else is clean.
Forever.
Oh, I know. The strawberry shortcake dolls and Snow White are clean. These two are going in the boil wash, and she's going to be next. Now Elise is definitely going to get at least like one really long solo boil wash because her hair is just in really gnarly shape. I'm mostly just washing the Playmates dolls because it helps take some of the bulk out. I'm not really doing it for like with the expectation that it's going to look amazing. So yes, and I like to use the gel bottle to prop dolls up. So you guys aren't going to be able to see really well, but I just boil washed Snow White, and I was rinsing her out when I noticed that she has factory heat damage. So no, this isn't from the boil wash. This is something that happens with dolls that have like curly hairstyles or hairstyles that would have needed to be heat set in the factory. So right up here, her hair, right up by her scalp, which this part of her scalp wasn't even really in the boil wash water, it's like kinked up looking. If you've ever blow dried a doll and burned it, you'd know what I mean. It like makes the hairs crimped like, and they feel rough. That's burned. And I've seen this before on like one of my signature Aurora dolls. She has really big chunks of factory heat damage, and that was before I ever even washed her hair out or did anything with her. She was still sealed in her box. So sometimes if you buy a curly haired doll, or you know, a doll that would need their hair set with heat, that can happen, and there's nothing you can do. Once the hair is burned, it's burned. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's dry too. Poor bear, I need to sit there. Come on. Come on, off the chair. So I have to flat iron my strawberry shortcake dolls because obviously the boil wash helped a lot. Like, I'm able to comb through the hair now without snagging, and it did tame some of the frizz, but a lot of it still looks really damaged, and that's what I always expect with nylon hair dolls. So I'm going to flat iron. I have a tutorial on flat ironing. If you check out my tips and tutorials playlist, I have a ton of different tutorials. Now, what makes this doll a unique case is that she has these strings in her head that when you pull them, they like tighten her hairstyle, so it's like a hairstyling gimmick, kind of like some of the Rapunzel dolls by Mattel. So I have to kind of work around them. And while I'm doing this, Annalise is just hanging out in the boil wash bowl by herself, because the longer she sits in the hot water, the better her hair will be. The length of time you leave a saran-haired doll in the boil wash does make a difference. With Kanekalon hair, it doesn't. In fact, it's better to take the doll out periodically and comb it out. But when it comes to saran hair, the longer you leave it in, it takes longer for the heat to, like, you know, penetrate through the thicker hair shaft. I want to add about these Playmates strawberry shortcake dolls is, of all of the other brands that I have in my collection, which I have Band-Aid and Kenner, the original strawberry shortcake dolls, these are rooted the best. They have the most hair. A lot of the Band-Aid and Kenner dolls have like hair that's rooted around the hairline and then a strip by the part line, and that's it. These dolls are rooted really thickly, and that is something I really appreciate about them.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's so cute.
Doesn't she look adorable in
I
that?
know. So Colleen's been dressing Bitty Baby dolls while I do this, and look how cute Bitty is. This is my childhood doll, in case you guys don't know.
So cute.
She's adorable.
She just looks so precious. It looks good with her gray eyes.
Totally not related, but
I love it.
so as I was flat ironing Angel Cake, I found this big hole in her head. It looks factory. I don't know if that was like a normally large hair hole, but poor Angel Cake. So I want to make my 2 strawberry shortcake dolls, some polymer clay accessories, because why not? And I thought I'd film a little bit of it, because I haven't in the past. So my plan is to make strawberry shortcake, some chocolate covered strawberry hair clips, and then for Angel Cake I'm going to make her an Angel Cake charm necklace. So I've made the base of my clay charms off camera, and now I'm going to make the icing and the chocolate. So I'm going to put these in the oven for 10 minutes. You can see that they are on this metal sheet. And for the icing and the chocolate, I did scrape pastels to tint it. But if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that they're non-toxic because they're going to be in your oven. So mine are non-toxic, that's why I can use them. Okay, they're done. So now I just have to let them sit and cool off. Oh, I was trying to get you to snore. You snore so loudly, I could hear you in the next room. Hi everyone, so I'm gonna close out this video and show you the dolls all cleaned up. I would have done this over the weekend with Colleen, but honestly we kind of forgot after she set up the thumbnail picture for this. We kind of had like a lazy afternoon, so I apologize for that, but I'm gonna show you the dolls and what they look like now that they're made over. And I'm sorry that I didn't post any videos this past week. I only had my 90s playset one. It's been really dark outside, and like I've just been, you know, kind of struggling a bit like emotionally on and off. I have some really good days and some really bad days, so it's been harder for me to film for those reasons. But I hope you guys don't mind, even if this transformation video took me longer to make, even though there's not many dolls. So this is Steven, all clean. He doesn't really look any different. And I also want to add that these dolls do have their pictures on my Flickr already. So at the top of my photo stream, if you're watching this video the day I post it, you're gonna see pictures of these dolls right at the top, except for the duplicates. Those will be like in the albums because I don't move them to the front. Then we have Princess Party Snow White. You're not really going to be able to see her burn damage because now that her hair is dry, it's covered up really well, so that's nice, but it definitely doesn't feel like super duper nice like on the underneath of the top of her scalp. But she is gorgeous. And speaking of Snow White, I did make her a stand. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this on camera. This is part of why it took me so long to film this video, because I made them all different things. But I basically modeled this after her dress, so I did blue and like this orange color of her bodice. And I don't have a lot of room for stands anymore on my Disney displays. That's why you guys don't see me make these too often, but I used to make them all the time. Like blue, and then I used some of my glitter paint over it. And then this big chunky glitter is actually just like separate glitter that I attached with Mod Podge, and then I sealed it all So I really like it. I think it looks really festive, and it's different than my other Snow White stands in my collection. And then we have little Annalise. I'm really impressed with how her hair came out because she was in pretty bad shape, and even though she's missing some hair, it looks really great. And that's because while I was flat ironing these two, she just sat in the bowl for like a half hour in the boil wash water, so that really made a difference. And then I did make her a little hair accessory, but the difference between this and the ones I usually make is I actually sewed these flowers on instead of glued them because she's gonna be in storage. Sometimes like the hot glue, it'll like peel if it's being like roughly handled, and so since she's gonna be in a container, I figured I would sew it on, and I really love how she looks in this fashion pack. And then obviously we have Angel Cake. This is her charm. Yummy! And her hair looks much better. And then Strawberry Shortcake, who has one of her strawberry clips. The other one is over here. I had to re-glue it to the clip. And then this is my old Scooter doll that if you've watched my Strawberry Shortcake collection video, you would have met her already. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I mentioned at the beginning, I don't know how many more transformation videos Colleen and I will be making. Yesterday when we went to the flea market, we didn't find anything. It's just really slow, so we probably won't even go again to the flea market unless there's actually like a really sunny, nice day. Don't expect a lot of transformation videos in the near future. They probably won't start happening regularly again until like the spring, but if we do get any secondhand dolls like at charity stores of the Salvation Army, or if we do have a good flea market day, I will definitely film more of these because I know how much you guys like them. So like I said, if you want to see pictures of these dolls or read more about them, check out my Flickr. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.